What's up, buttercups? It's me, Amy Young, coming at you with a Friday freestyle. Having a terrible hair day. That's why it's like this. You don't usually see it like this. Sometimes you do. How are you doing? How's your hair day? You having a good hair day? I hope so. God, good hair days make all the difference. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting one. So, a while ago, I was talking to one of my best pals. God, I love her. Aren't best friends just the best? Like when someone just like fucking, they get you and they tell you the truth and they love you no matter what, but they also were like, bitch, you're losing your mind. Come on, snap back to it. She's amazing. I was talking to her because I'd gone on a couple dates with this guy, and I remember saying to her, like, you know, we spend time together and it's cool and stuff, but I wonder, like, I'm confused. I want to make sure that I'm really being like the real me. Like, I want to make sure I'm bringing all of me to the table. I don't want to like hide myself in any way. And she kind of like cocked her head a little bit and she was like, Amy, who's the real you? And I was like, you know, like me, like now, like me. She's like, oh, so like who you are with me is real you? What about who you are with your mom? And I was like, well, that's like the real me, but like a different version of the real me. And she's like, what about with your clients? Like when you're coaching, what about in your videos? Is that the real you? And she was like, it's such a phony idea, this concept of like the real me, who am I really though? Because I've said this in videos before, put us in 10 different situations in front of 10 different people. We're gonna show up 10 different ways. And now I think more than ever, there's this obsession with being real, with being authentic, with being like your true self, this like obsession with the truth. And I'm just gonna, you know, poke a little hole in that bubble and burst it, because I would argue there's no definitive, real, true anyone. Like who I am when I'm sitting in my room watching Netflix, you know, like picking at my toenails, laughing at a stupid joke because I'm on season 4 of The Office and it's fantastic. That is one version of me. When I go into a job interview and they're asking me about, you know, whatever, my qualifications or my greatest weakness or whatever, that is also a version of the real me. When I'm here sitting in this chair talking to all of you lovely people who I just adore, and want to show up as my most authentic self. But this is one version of me. You know, people, I once had a mentor say to me, people are like diamonds. We have all of these different facets and sides to us. And whatever you're looking at on the diamond, that's one facet inside. You turn it over, there's all this other stuff that you might not see because you're looking at this side. We are all beautiful, sparkly, multifaceted diamonds. And hopefully we have access to all sides of ourselves. That's so much of what my work is about and what I strive for is I just want to have better access to all parts of myself. I want to understand all parts of myself, who I am with my mom, with my friend, with myself, with my clients, you know, when I'm angry, when I'm sad, when I'm happy, when I'm afraid, I want to just know and understand all parts of me. Because all of me, all of those parts of me, and that's like encompasses the real me. But this idea of like the real you being like a suit that you can put on before you leave the house in the morning and you have to hold yourself to that standard that you're always being real. Not real. Not real. It's a stressful fallacy, and it makes most of us question and wonder if like we're being phonies, or am I not showing up, or am I showing up? How could I be more real? However you are in a moment today, in any situation, trust that that is your most real, authentic self. Sometimes me sitting back in a corner and not talking to anybody and being shy and uncomfortable, that might be my most authentic, real fucking self in that moment. It happens sometimes, you guys. Sometimes I zip the lip and I don't have anything to say to anybody. That's me being my authentic self, because in that moment I feel uncomfortable, or I feel shy, or I feel afraid, or I feel judged, or I'm fucking tired. That's the real me in that moment. Sometimes not acting on things. When you're afraid, okay, and you're not sure that you want to do something or not, and you kind of want to go outside your comfort zone a little bit, but like you're also kind of scared to and you choose not to. In that moment, maybe that was the most authentic, real choice you could have made because you were scared, because you didn't want to, because there was all this fucking fear wrapped up. And that is being authentic and being real. So, how do I encapsulate this for myself or for anybody else who's still listening? You're always being your real self. Always. Even when you're lying. That's just your lying self. Who am I when I lie? We all lie. Let's cut the shit. Let's not act like we don't. Everybody lies. Everyone has a lying version of themselves. That's still the real you. It's just you when you're being shitty and lying. We all have a shitty side. So let's like lighten up and loosen up and not stress out over this. The authenticity obsession, I get it. I feel it. Doesn't need to own us. Don't need to worry about it. However you show up, that's how you're showing up that day. Maybe that's the best you can do. Maybe that is that version of you. That's who's showing up on the court. And that's okay too. Just be yourself. It's like a Barney episode. Remember Barney? Ah, man, I was so into Barney. I had a Barney lunchbox. It made my life. That's my freestyle. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank goodness for best friends who blow our minds on occasion. I'm very, very lucky. I have a handful. I hope you're having a great day, night, weekend, wherever you are. If you like me, if you like my vids, hey, come on, subscribe to my channel. If you want to be on my email list, you can head to the link in the description box and go to amyyoungcoaching.com, and I'll visit your inbox very soon. I have some cool stuff rolling out. Have a great, I already said that. All right, it's time to peace out. I suck at goodbyes. That's the real me. So until next time, I'll see ya. Because asking for what you want and need is fucking terrifying for some of us. Like really, really nerve-wracking and scary and uncomfortable.